Episode 14! Episode 14! Yes, episode 14. We're doing more stuff, which is exactly in my wheelhouse and I have so much experience with, which unfortunately means it goes by really quick, because episode 14 is where we make our custom booper. Well, it's where we do the sculpt and we do the plaster mold. It's such a simple plaster mold to make the little latex nose. And somewhere down the line, we do indeed add the latex to the mold and then fluff it up. But you'll see that in a future episode. And also, we start to make some additional eyelids, which are what's giving it these custom expressions. I
am not a passionate man, but puce can die in a fire. I am surprised that as a topic that brought out such venom. Wow. That's incredible. Guess not text. Yeah. Well, I like all colours. That's because you're a colourful floof. Just like this colourful floof. I mean, maybe the eyes could have been brighter, a brighter green. I'm just going to take a photo of it now. Oh yeah, we've got to sculpt the nose. God damn it. I should probably do that next because it's going to take a little while for the mold to set. Infinite power. There we go, right. Me too, Ruth. Poke your eyes out. You provably don't like all colours. You literally just said you don't like all colours. Oh, but when in Rome. Okay, good. I see, yes. It was a wheeze. Random Wallaby, how big's your head? Is it smaller than mine? So, how do you make the nose? That's a good question. I've been thinking about that, and I'm still not 100% certain I have the best nose making method in mind, but it's a case of we have to make something rather than nothing, so I guess I kind of have to do a thing. Actually, yeah, guys, I had the most bizarre realization, thought last night. So my medication, I got put on antidepressants recently. I've tried antidepressants before, and the antidepressants I was put on before didn't work for me. They didn't do much. In fact, what they did, the biggest thing that I wanted antidepressants for, and the reason I was prescribed them, was because I was constantly feeling apocalyptically tired and lacked all motivation, which is, of course, a huge problem if you're a self-employed artist. Since going on my new medication, I have gotten so much done. Everything has turned around for me. It's fantastic. However, it occurred to me last night, what if my recovered love for the fur fandom is me projecting the fact that my antidepressants are working and making it feel like everything good in the world is related to the fur fandom currently? What if my brain is associating them because the antidepressants have started to work at the same time as I've started to get back into the fur fandom? How about that for a conspiracy theory? Candy. Do you make a nose with candy? I should! No, okay. The way I want the nose to be squidgy. Because, in all honesty, I could 3D print a nose. I could 3D print a nose and call it done. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I want a boopable squidge nose. And for that, we're going to have to do some sculpting, Franz. I'm going to get a tiny sculpting palette. We are going to sculpt a tiny little nose. Which means I'll be able to cast it out of latex or silicone. Almost certainly latex. There we go, right. Candy. I could honestly, because I'm using a mold, I could cast it out of a candy. I could do jelly bean noses! Right, I need my good sculpting clay. Right, I'm gonna point this at the camera here, just so new people who show up can see our good boy or girl or whatever gender they are. I do not know what gender this character is, but it doesn't matter because it's not my character. It's your character. Never cut enthusiasm short. I find it doesn't matter what you're into when you're happy. Yeah. I should not look a gift horse in the mouth, which is possibly not the best saying to use when it comes to the fur fandom. Right, I need. There we go. That. Do I have one of these I haven't used? I have used already. Sponge, texture things. Why's my cut-proof gloves in there? We haven't seen Big Tuna Neil in ages, actually, have we? Maybe I lost him to my great absence. I don't think I've ever seen Horse Furry at cons. Well, friends, guess what we're making next? No. Ba-dum. Right, where's my favourite sculpting tool? I mean, that's not fair. This is my favourite sculpting tool. Young James, you been to many furry conventions? There you are, there it is, right. Okay. So, we are sculpting this in wed clay, W-E-D. Because I always get questions. I always get questioned on what the thing is, what I sculpt in. And I'm just going to quickly bring up a reference. Where's my keyboard? Where did I put my keyboard? Oh, there, cool. Nope, but furries are at every con. Yeah, they are. Sorry, yeah, we are? Yeah, they are. Right, Snoot. Snoot doesn't work. Oh my god, Snoot works! Oh my god, this is better than I ever could have expected. I just googled Snoot. I just googled Snoot! Oh! That looks like a fox snoot. Right. That's perfect. Eee! That's what happens when you Google snoot, apparently. Or Google image search. You have need of snoots. I have loads of snoots. Do you? For I have no snoots. So, we are going to really, really quickly sculpt ourselves a snoot. And then we're going to cast it in latex. Just makes me miss my dog. Oh, young James, I'm really sorry. That hadn't even occurred to me. I'm sorry if... Aww. Young James, I'm sure you will get back to your dogs. For those who don't know, young James worked at a doggy daycare centre, or like a dog hostel, or I don't know what the proper, I don't know what the actual, kennels, I think is the correct term, well, doggy daycare, and because of the various shutdowns, he is unable to do so now for the foreseeable. So what I should do at some point is sculpt a couple of different sizes of snoots to put on different masks. In fact, this is a bit big. Pretty good job when you're paid to play with other people's dogs. Oh, because you don't even have to like worry about them vomiting at home, do you? Which is one of the biggest worries about having a dog. Hey, we're lucky. Our Spooky, the cat what decided to come live with us, is only vomited in our house twice. My wife is a dog groomer and is in a similar boat. He's only vomited in the house twice. He has brought in more dead mice. Well, he's brought in more alive mice than he has thrown up. So we are quite lucky with our cat. The cat over whom we have guardianship. I dislike referring to it as ownership because he's definitely his own cat. If he wanted to, he could just leave one day. You know? There's nothing stopping him going away and moving on. Especially considering how we got him, which was he just walked into our house one day. It's a decent snoot shape. Moist has extra thumbs and is an expert mouser. Aww. Spooky's pretty good at catching mice. Pretty good at torturing them as well. The last time Freya was around, we were in the studio clearing out her stuff, and because she came round before she went to her last fur meet. And she was working on Moth Kitty, her fursuit. And as she was working on that, I noticed Spooky is acting weird in the garden. Turns out he's caught a mouse and he's playing with it. And he's like picking it up, picking your nose on stream. I know, right? And he's playing with it. And so he's like the mouse is terrified because when the cat gets it in their mouth. They just freeze up and they stop moving. So when Spooky dropped it, it would then like stay there in the ground, staring up at him until it decided it's going to try and move again, and it would move again, and he'd catch it and blah blah blah, and so it just stopped moving until there was a point where he finally actually lost it. So when he lost it, I I grabbed it and like moved to the other side of the garden, which always confuses Spooky when we take his mice away from him. Because he spends ages looking for that mouse that he just had it. It was right here. Yeah, when I like have sculpted multiple sizes of nose, there will be a point where I have to look through my molds and pick which nose goes on pick which nose goes on what head. So there will be a point where I have to pick a nose on stream. Wash your paws after that. Yeah. No, I'm gonna give Cookie COVID. Well, I'm gonna give it SARS Corona 2, which will lead to the respiratory condition COVID-19. It annoys me a little how much they get confused. How much they are conflated. Right, I want nice flat edges. Votes for bright pink nose. Oh yeah. I'm gonna do my best to make this nice and bright pink. Well, no, I'm gonna do my best to make this the same pink as the other colours on there. The same pink as the other pinks. Let's try and get that sentence out, shall we? Isn't this a bit... This feels a bit weird. It's just this disembodied nose. I wonder if I do a couple of these, could I sell them as fursuiting supplies on Etsy? Probably. I mean, I could definitely put them on Etsy. I don't know if they'd sell. But yeah, there we go. That's a... That's a usable snoot so far. Then, nice important part. Whatever this bit's called. The philtrum, I guess. Right. I went back a few times before I realised it was one of the dogs, and it took me even longer to figure out which one. Aww! Right. Gotta bounce. Well, stay bouncy, friend. Thank you so much for dropping by. Don't forget your pastry persona. Right, now we're going to use this, and we're just going to not do that. That didn't work. I'm just going to use this to... Okay, we're going to wait for it to dry a little bit. I'm going to try... There we go. How's that for a snoot? I'm going to put a bit of texture into it before I put it up. Inspired rock candy over and out. Roger, Roger. Roddy, okay. Be alone, no you'll never be alone, be alone, be alone. Let's try not to break everything, shall we? Right, so I'm going to dry the surface of this out. Which will allow us to put some details on it. In fact, why am I doing it that way? Why aren't I doing it the clever way? I literally have a thing for this. So we're going to dry the surface out using talcum powder. Which will allow us to put some better details into it. Because we need to... because we now need to put our texture into it. Which I'm going to do with this little silicone thing that I've created myself. I'm just going to put lots of like pores onto it. Not like feet pores, but like skin pores, and add a dappled texture to the whole thing. And there we go. There is our snoot. Actually, I've just closed up the snoot holes, haven't I? So I'm going to open those up again. I miss inspired rock candy. I miss them already. Okay, there we go. Oh no, not quite. Your detail work is quite impressive. Thank you. That's what I hope people are going to come to me for my level of detail, for my attention to detail and such. I hope that's my USP. So we're now going to quickly mould this. Oh yeah. Right. Found my pastry sona. Oh, random wallaby. Inspector Banquet. What is that? Da-da-da-da-da. Inspector Banquet. Da-da-da-da-da. Boo-boo. What's a banquet? Boop. Get some quick mold walls. This is going to be a very quick and dirty mold. So it doesn't need to do an awful lot. Right. So we're going to do an overlapping mold wall configuration where we go put a line of glue. We go like this, glue that down. So it's a little close to the object, so I'm just going to clear some of that glue away. Yeah, there we go. I want to give it a bit of space. Then we're going to go like this. Down here. Boop. Clean this off. Popular during the Christmas season. I'll read that properly in a sec. There. And the last one, that's too short. Blech. So let's popular during the Christmas season, prepared by rolling pastry dough around almond paste, filling them and baking. The log is then cut into short lengths for serving, hot or cold. Oh, it's hard having 3 strings running at once. Wait. You're cheating on me. Well, I'm glad that you think I'm important. I'm glad enough that you think I'm good enough to give your attention to. So stay here when it's warm and cozy. So stay here where it's warm and cozy. Oh. Wait. Didn't you say you had to go? Oh, why does my phone keep buzzing? Totally gone. Cool. Right. Just gonna fill in the holes at the edges, just to make sure the plaster doesn't leak out. This really is a quick and dirty mold. Look. Okay, now we're gonna hit it with some mold release. But all my favourite creators usually aren't streaming at the same time. Well, I've got my stream schedule pretty established at this point. Same time every day. I should definitely pick a day off that I'm going to start having. A day off or 2, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, maybe when everything calms down a little, I can start working a little bit less. Hey, as long as your boat is floating, Wallaby. Yeah. What? What? Right. Do I have... Right, I'm just getting the plaster. Ugh. It's very heavy. Ugh. Ugh. Come on. Ugh. Come on. Ugh. Ugh. Come on. Oh, dear God, why would I pick it up? Oh. Oh. Can't see any of my dust masks. Actually, is there a dust mask in here? No, you're just a mask base. Right.
Right, I usually wear a dust mask when working with this because it, this stuff triggers my asthma, something rotten. But I can't find my dust masks, so I'm going to do it in my respirator for a moment. So I'm sorry if my speech gets a little weird. Right, water. Where's my water jug? Right, it's over here. Cool. Okay. We're going to make the smallest amount of plaster I think I've ever made. With me, come and fly away with me. I thought I had some PVA glue. Meh. Right. Nice Bane cosplay. I was born into the furry. You simply adopted the fursona. I mean, as we all, if you watch the latest video, you will know that I have a congenital defect. Does anybody who watched my latest video, do you remember what the congenital defect I admitted to having was? I added way too much water to this. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Massive. Bulk Hogan, hello! Been a while. No, my latest YouTube video, I talk about a rare congenital condition I totally have. It isn't made up. I was born without a fursona. Pity me, pity me. How's life? Life is pretty good, Bulk Hogan. We actually hit 13 viewers today, which is good for like how I've been lately. Okay, that plaster is ready. So we're going to slowly pour this in. There we go. In fact, a little too much in there, so I'm just going to pour a little out. And then we're going to tap it on the table a couple of times just to try and dislodge bubbles. Cool. So, how are you doing, Bulk Hogan? I hope everything's great with you. Or as well as it can be, considering the ridiculous times we are currently in. Right. And that goes back down here. Come on. Yeah. Because we are in some very interesting times right now, aren't we?
Oh, okay, there we go. Ah! Ah! Cool. So that should be setting up nice and quick. God, I've never made a plaster mold this small. Yeah, not bad. Day off today. Oh. Do you work in an essential industry then? I don't need any of these sprays anymore, so let's put them to one side. So they're no longer in the way. I don't need the airbrush things anymore, so let's put those away. I need to clean up this crap. I do banking. Oh, so not really. I don't know. I don't know like what your world is like. Actually, wait. I think our banks are open as well, so never mind. So yeah, that is our plaster mold. It should be setting up pretty quick. Maybe I didn't add enough plaster to it because it's still looking a little liquidy. But yeah, so let's get rid of our sculpting supplies because we have one more thing to do on this, and it's a big one. Sculpting supplies. Say goodbye to the sculpting supplies. Wait, where did I... Oh, okay. Then. What just fell over? No, my fur trimmers! No! Why did you fall? Life is worth living! Thanks, young James. So, oh, and then let's put you away. This is me trying to be organised. Trash Semler is on Discord. Nice. Oh, hey, cat! There's a cat here. Right. Ugh. So, people. We have this guy. Spooky. Yeah, Spooky is love. Oh, he's on the table behind. Actually, yeah. If I go to this camera, can you see him? Not really. Spooky! You want a pet? You want a pet? Can you see him? He's right here. He's right here. Anyway. What? Booty. Sweet boy. He is such a sweet boy. I love that cat. I also hate that I love that cat. I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person. Ooh, the Semler look amazing. Yeah, he's a very sweet, spooky boy. I do prefer dogs as pets, but Spooky has I'm not a cat person. I'm this particular cat person. But then again, I just like animals in general, to be honest. Okay, let's go back to this view. So, we have dogs rule, cats rule. So we have 4 eyebrows for this guy, for this thing, whatever, for Cookie. Their name is Cookie Crumb. So we have 4 sets of eyebrows. So we need to figure out how we are doing our eyebrows. Well, they can wear them all at once. That's cool. All right, let's get some parchment paper on this, shall we? So. So I think the first one is kinda easy. The first one is kind of easy. It just goes like this. Infinite power. Scissors! There we go, right. Yeesh. Come on, come on. Not fabric scissors. I want some not fabric scissors. Right. So this is the most obvious one, which is just a generic just kind of eyeliner flip at the top with no actual eyelid. Now I want to make a joke fursuit, which is Inspector Gadget joke. Just need an animal which sounds like Gadget. Huh. What animal sounds like Gadget? Achoo. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry. Oh, for fuck's sake! I hate using wired earphones. Are these charged yet? Oh no, I unplugged it. No. I mean, Badger was the first thing I thought. Inspector Badger. Civet. Inspector Civet. I mean, there's also there we go. Okay. Ozzy's friend has a praying mantis as pets. One named Inspector. I got one named Inspector Gadget. Cool. Yeah, this foam is too thick. I need some slightly thinner foam. You're not foam. You're a cat. Right. Back working with Mando parts. Cool! I cannot wait to see your Mando stuff. Right, yeah, that's good. So we've got the got the thing we're working on, and also what I'm doing for it down here. Good, 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 good. Okay. What bits are you? Oh, Mando pants. Ah, I thought I read that as parts. Just got to remember, pants means something different to you people. What do you mean, you people? Right, I'm going to do this all as one cut. Cool. Okay, and then flip it over and do the other side. Just gonna pin this down. Ow, spiky. Of course it's spiky, you idiot. Everything's spiky. Just one long cut. One long cut. Don't let it... There we go. Right. Okay. Pins out. Right. We have 2 eyelids. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at these on here. So that's eyelid 1. And then we've got eyelid B. Here. Oh! Virgil Drister! Virgil Drister, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us. Well, thank you for following, most importantly, I guess. Right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to match this up with where it sits on the eyelid, and then we're going to cut a hole in this eyelid so it can slip inside of the eyelid, if that makes sense. So I'm going to tack it down very loosely in the position on the eyelid that we want it. So we want it to be here. We'll do the same thing on the side. Yep, there we go. This might look a little weird right now, but don't worry. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Don't worry. Don't worry, friends. So now we cut the back. We cut this off from the back using the eyebrow as a template. well, eyelid as a template, sorry. And then this bit we re-glue back onto it in a method that I'm pretty sure is going to lead to me getting burnt. So let's find out what happens. Stay tuned. I'm gonna put a little dab of hot glue here. Some lush lashes, hell yeah. And then we go over this part with some glue. All of this is going to get covered up with coloured felt, so this doesn't need to be perfect. Well, this bit doesn't need to look good, as this is cut. This is almost a behind the scenes part of the suit. If that makes sense. This doesn't need to look good. It just needs to be. So then that sits with a much lower profile and fits into the socket. In fact, we actually need to trim the back of this a bit. So we've got to do this. We've got to do this 4 times with 4 different styles of eyebrows. Oh yeah, sorry. I'll redo that in a second. So that then sits. Thanks for letting me know, Random Wallaby. So then we go like this, and that sits like that. So in a moment we'll cover that in black felt. And I'll probably actually before I do that, I'm gonna take the heat gun. We're going to take the heat gun and we're going to heat this foam so it sags somewhat and is shaped. So when we put it on, it sits along the head. Wallet screams from corner of room. And so we will have 4 of these eyes. Oh, I'm so happy with this suit! Well, this head. Well, Wallaby, I can offer payment plans. I'm a bad influence. I'm really happy this is working. I mean, Mr. Sheen's on a payment plan right now, so for their suit. Okay, and that is the other one. I'm gonna let this hot glue dry for a moment. Roof the Dilo with the Pin 20 cake. I don't know what that is. I know there's a group of comedians called The Pin. They do sketch comedy. I've heard their show on Radio 4. Okay, let's try this. Okay, that's not quite even, so we're just gonna. Yeah, there we go, that's better. Cool, right. And then, where did I put the unheating gun? Oh yes! Oh yes! Oh yes, friends! Oh! Oh, I can't believe this is working! I can't believe this is working so well! Careful with the heat gun and fur. Yeah, oh, don't worry. Don't worry, I am. Ah! This wants to be a little bit higher. 1 second. Actually, the thing I've had the most trouble with lately is the hot glue gun and fur, because I keep getting glue in the fur because I'm bad at this. Show us, you can see it, right? There we go. So those are the quote-unquote neutral eyelids. Oh, I rolled. Oh, okay. Right, so these are the neutral eyelids. So we're going to use the pattern that we did. And we're just going to quickly cut this. I'm going to cut it very vaguely, glue it down, and then trim it whilst it's on there, I think. She looks a little sassy. I know, right? So yeah, we're going to glue it down. And I'm going to glue it. I'm not going to glue it with hot glue because I don't want that to add the bulk. We're going to use some high tacky glue for this. I'm just going to. This will take a while to dry, but since we've got 4 of these to make, I'm okay with that. And we are also waiting for our. We're also waiting for the Snoot mould to set. And also, this stuff dries clear, so I'm not worried about it getting everywhere. Armoured Brownie's fursuits, now with extra sass. You can order sassless. You can order sassless fursuits as well if you want. And then what I'll probably do is spray this entire thing black so it all blends in. So I'm going to put this to one side whilst that dries, and I'm going to do that again for the other bit, for the other side. And we're going to let that dry. Which sadly, it may be an overnight drying process. So I might end up having to tease you all out for one more day on this head. Such a shame. I have to generate all this extra content. Right, so now that eyebrow, push it all down. We're going to use a sharp scalpel blade to go around the edges, so hopefully we should get some nice crisp edges on these. But yeah, so those are the first 2 eyelids done. Next 2, okay, we want angry. Now we want angry. So let's put that on. And we are going to go like this, then like that, up, and like that. I think that will work. Let's find out. Let's find out together, friends. So what colour should the eyelids be on this, do you think? I haven't actually thought about that. I was thinking about just making them white, but the actual eyelids themselves, rather than the eyelashes, which the eyelashes are kind of the black bits, whereas the eyelids will be a coloured part underneath. Do I do them purple? I mean, the purple fur does trim down really nicely. Do I do them white? Maybe that's a little too... Oh, that's good. That's good. I like that. Okay. Purple. Okay, definitely purple then. Then I'm going to need some... Oh, I'm going to need to not have a dizzy spell. I'm going to drink something, one sec. Oh, sorry. Ugh, little dizzy there for a moment. Right, I have an idea. I have an idea. Let's get some of this purple fur. Trim it back as far. And hello! I am real good right. Well, actually, I'm pretty dizzy right now, but aside from that, I'm doing pretty well. Dan88, how are you doing? Because today we've had the most viewers we've had for quite a while. We've had the highest view count today that we've had as a highest view count for quite a while, which was nice. Which I know it's like pretty vain, but it's nice to get viewers. It's nice to have people to interact with, to talk to go, oh, should we do it this way or should we do it that way? And also encourage me to carry on because I'm feeling it right now. Oh, yeah. Right, let's move that to one side. So we're going to trim this down as low as we can to try and get some nice fluffy eyelids. I hope you are as well as you can be, Dan also. As much as anybody can be well at this moment, because wow, is the world weird. I'm tired and nervous as I'm doing an interview with a local paper. Oh wow, what's the interview about? That's pretty cool, right? Right, adding a bit more oil to this. Just wiggle it about a little. Mutex Morgan, hello! Welcome! Right, Mutex, I was talking about you earlier. And by earlier, I mean like 3 hours ago. Because I do not know why. But your comment on my YouTube video was one of the most oddly positive compliments I've ever received. I just really liked it, and it really made me smile. I've never been called a cute floof before. Right, come on. So, if you're watching and you haven't looked up my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Armoured Brownies, I do of course request you go and give it a look. I put up a video today, which was intended to be an April Fool's video, but the amount of positivity it's generated means it might not be an April Fool's video. I can't believe how well this purple trims down, yet the blue, which costs the exact same, is god-awful. You trim this purple down and you get this wonderful, like, plush fabric. You trim the blue down and it just goes back to its base layer. You're the cute fluff. Oh no. No, you, Mutex! No, you. Okay. Also, if you want to laugh, check out the memes channel in Discord. It's funny as a... I'll have a look in a sec. One sec. I love how active the Discord's been. Oh, ye gods! Please tell me that's what you're going out in. Want to join the pastries club? Yeah, Roof the Dilo. Walk them through creating their pastry persona. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Try not to bash the organisation that I live under for how they're handling things. Actually, not Fluffy. I am the furry, but skinny polymeric synth. I don't know what that is. That's amazing. Virgil Drister, hello! I have to leave now, but I'll be back in about an hour if you're still here by then. If not, hope everyone has a great day and fun the rest of the stream. Virgil, chances are I will not be here in an hour. It's all where I am. It's almost 6 o'clock, and I will probably stop streaming at about 6:30, 7 o'clock. So about an hour and a half, just under an hour. However, I'll be back tomorrow, working on this cutie some more. So Virgil, I really hope I will see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining us today. I hope you've had fun. And no, I don't know why I yell everything. There we go. So that's another eyelid. I did have fun, and I'd love to come back tomorrow then. Fantastic. We stream every day from UTC, so Universal Time, or I think it's UTC, or is it UCT, Universal Central Time? GMT. 2 p.m. GMT every day for between 4 and 6 hours. And we do crafting the entire time. Although I might start doing, depending on how people feel, I might start doing some gaming, like mixing some gaming streams as days off. And we can do some like games with viewers. Actually, no, that's getting ahead of me. That's getting ahead of myself. I need to cultivate a regular enough audience to get away with that. There needs to be more of you, is what I'm saying. For us to have games days. There we go. Right, more. I was walking during the intel on this. How does it work? If I understand correctly, is that you make a persona from a pastry. Yes, basically, any sort of confection. So, for example, I am the armoured brownie. So everyone else can make their own pastry persona, right? Like yeah, you can all have your own pastry personas. Like we've got we have so currently we've got inspired oh, what was it? Inspiring rock candy. It's basically a, I mean, it's all basically a joke, but it's fun. And you can, if you want, something I've suggested is you can have your personas can each have different pastry personas. because I came up with the idea of pastry persona a couple of years ago, and like I like came up with it as a play on words for fursona. However, now that I'm like back in the fur fandom, it kind of makes sense to be might make sense to tie it all in, right? But then, as I said in my latest video, when it comes to fursonas, I have a bit of a disability. I have a congenital defect when it comes to fursonas. And to get that, and to get what I'm referring to, you're going to have to watch my latest video. Actually, let's just try that for a second. So, right, like that. And it goes like this, I guess. That doesn't. Does that work? There, that goes there. So angry goes. Oh, I need the eyebrows are needed to be longer for the angry one. Whoops. What about sliced cheburek? I have no idea what that is. Sounds perfect. And they don't have to be a pastry as such. They just need to be a confection. For example, I don't think brownies are really a pastry. But either way, it's just a little bit of fun. There is a channel on there's a channel on the Discord server now for people to share their pastry personas. And yeah, if you feel that different personas of yours would each have a different pastry persona, that's completely fine as well. I just think it's a basically it's the pastry with meat inside. Aww. But pastry's one of the like bastions of vegetarian food. How is everyone? I'm sorry to leave you like that, but cats need catting. We have had a pretty good day of streaming today. We had at maximum 13 viewers, which, whilst not nearly close to my like highest amount of viewers, is pretty good for just like natural viewership, if that makes sense, because you can get like time like I've had over 50 viewers at once because I've been hosted by like Evil Ted or Punished Props, because I used to chat to them quite often, but this is going back like 3 or 4 years ago, but because my stream schedule's been so unsteady the last couple of years, I've just lost all my audience, so I'm kind of building it back up. So if I can start getting consistently like 20 regular viewers, oh, that'd be so good. That will show me I'm doing something good. Right, one sec. Okay, you're gonna laugh. I had no idea. It's like a cake, or I don't know, but my family call it poopies. Poop. It's not poopies, but they look like them and they are sweet. In fact, I can only eat one of them at a time, but it's like 4 by 4 by 4 centimeters. That sounds awesome. Jack is... Guess I had to look into that. Jack is a fox, so... For the fandom to figure... What? Jack is a... I don't know what that's about. Okay. So these are our angry eyelids. Angry! Angry! Where are the happy ones? Where are the neutral happy ones I just did? Where did I put them? Oh! Our Snoot mold's ready. Where did I just put them? Oh, they're on the head. Cool. So our neutral ones. Those are the neutral ones. Then these are angry! 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 So yeah, I need to now cut these out. Wonder if poopies are like Tiffin. I'm going to do like one of my future heads is going to be named Hazelnut Tiffin, and it's going to be a fennec. I have decided already. Tiffin is a name I want to use for a fennec in the future. I just really like the word Tiffin. I think if I ever do a dinosaur, I'm going to call it Rocky Road. Right. Right. Remember, it doesn't have to be it's just called pastry persona because it alliterates. It doesn't have to be pastry. It can also be any sort of confection. Is this how closed species happen? What have I done wrong here? Why is this? Okay, there we go. Yeah, that is the right way. Cool. Okay, so we're just tacking this down with a bit of hot glue. This isn't actually getting also got a name for my Mano Kit persona. It's Frail. Aww. Anthill sounds interesting. Also, there's a pastry called, translating from Russian, Anthill. That's cool. I like ants. I think ants are cool. I used to keep ants. I used to have a bunch of I used to have a bunch of ant colonies as effectively as pets. I think they feature in. I've got a walkthrough of all the colonies I used to have, but unfortunately I lost most of them because I'm really bad at things. Because an ant colony doesn't wake you up at 4:30 in the morning demanding to get fed. So those are our angry eyelids. Angry! Angry! Oh my god, that... A cold coyote, hello! So what's the story behind the name Almond Brownies? Where did you come up with it? It's catchy. I hope it's catchy, that's awesome. I just need a photo of this because this is hilarious. So, way back when, when I was just a wee lass, oh my god, it's gonna eat me, yeah? No vor! Also, no awu. Very important. Don't awu! Don't awu! So, the name Arboured Brownies. So, way back when, many years ago. So, I am online. When I was young, I can't remember what name I used to go by. Oh yeah, I went by Fez, F-E-Z, online in the fur fandom. Ages ago, F-E-Z, Fez, which I thought was cute, and like I was Fezzle or something. But when it came to making a, it was a right. Oh yes. Sorry. Have anybody noticed a woe sign at the right in the Discord? Oh god damn it! Okay, so you know what? You lot. Okay, so back way back when, Gmail was just starting, you had to get an invite to Gmail. You had to get invited to get onto the service, and so like each person who got an invite would create their account, and then they would get a number of invites. So what you had was all of these geeks and internet savvy people, of which basically anyone who's a fur is a product of the internet. I'm happy to say that. It's this kind of culture, it's kind of subculture, it's kind of a kind of world that doesn't happen without the internet. I think we can all agree on that, right? So I finally got my invite off someone, and I was really into World of Warcraft at the time. So, have I done this the wrong way around? Yes, I have. So I was trying to think of what username, what email address I wanted on Gmail, and so I wanted Warlock, but because my main on World of Warcraft was a Warlock. However, because I was young, I was really paranoid about, because Warlock sounds like the masculine version of Witch, so I was really worried about it sounding like a masculine name. So I decided to prefix it with Brownies, because that sounded a bit more feminine, and that kind of balanced it out. And also the idea of what are Warlock Brownies? It's a funny word. It's a funny like sound. I liked it. So I created my account, and my account was Warlock Brownies. In fact, I was, for the longest time, I used Warlock Brownies for basically everything. After a while, after I kind of matured a bit, I ended up creating Vicky Brownies, which was my go-to. Like I'm semi-serious about this. I'm going to use a proper email. That was kind of my go-to like real email address. So after a while, I needed to. After a while, I started crafting for money. And so I wanted to like come up with a studio name, because all of these people had like one of my friends' studios, one of my friends' like crafting name was Dead Badger Designs, which is awesome. And so I wanted to come up with something like that was quite catchy, something that I liked. And since I used the prefix Brownies for a lot of things, and at the time, what I wanted to make was armor for LARP. I wanted to get into armor making, sci-fi armor, fantasy armor, all of that sort of thing, all of that sort of stuff. So I went for armored brownies, and so I like opened my Facebook page as Armored Brownies. My original trading name, as it were, my Etsy store and my old webpage used to be 20% Cooler Productions. Let that sink in for a second. 20% Cooler Productions. That dates when this all happened. Needs to be about 20% cooler. So that's how I became Armored Brownies. There we go. If you're here tomorrow and remember, I will tell you what got me into sculpting. It's a little bit of an embarrassing story because I don't like to tell it that often. But if you remember to ask me tomorrow, I will tell you tomorrow. I don't like telling the story that much because there is someone who isn't made fun of, but there is someone who is the butt of the story, if that makes sense. And I know they have watched in the past, and I don't know that they know they are the butt of the story. I can be wrong, but Medovic was grated and acted as a hill. Oh, okay. So story time tomorrow. I'll get snacks. Yes, you will. But Occult Coyote, are you the snack? Are you sure you're not the snack? I like 20% cooler. 20% cooler is a little too brony. Because if you don't know, it is a quote from My Little Pony. Rainbow Dash says it, who I was a big fan of. Well, actually, I don't know which pony I like the most. All I know is Rainbow Dash is the most like me. All I know is Rainbow Dash and I have similar personalities. I don't know if I like her the most because I hate myself, but it's indisputable that Rainbow Dash and I are the most similar out of all of the ponies. When I get back to the States, My Little Pony was on the rise again, and my friends told me I should watch it, and I had it for like 3 minutes, and I was done. Aww. Armored Dash, Rainbow Brownies. In another world, my whole presence could be named something like that. I mean, my Reddit account is Dashy Brownies. So I haven't escaped it that well. that was too much glue. Okay, almost there with this one. We might finish the eyebrows off tomorrow, actually, because I'm starting to get hungry. As you know, I only eat after I eat for the first time in a day after I finish my stream for the day. So, that kind of prioritizes me to both work as long as I can and diet as best I can. Especially if I'm going to start fursuiting, where I'm going to be wearing unflattering costumes. Because I'm currently, I've talked about this before. I'm currently the heaviest I've ever been, and it's very embarrassing. I'm not sure how much I like that. I might have to get some purple felt for this instead. I don't think this works. Yeah, I don't think having fur on the eyebrows works. I think I'm going to have to get some coloured felt for it. So I'm going to take this off. So actually, yeah, guys. I'm going to quickly do a conversion. So we're going to go. Actually, I'm going to look at my weight tracking app. And I'm just going to double check what my your application just got healthier. Cool. I'm just going to double check what my highest weight was. Okay, so what is that? So I would like you, don't worry about being rude. Don't worry about being rude or anything. I would like you to guess, how much do you think I weigh? How much do you think I weigh? And I am going to tell you for free. It is more than you think. And also I am the heaviest I have been I'm the heaviest I've ever been in my life right now. Thanks to 3rd year of university and an anxiety disorder. Weight in stones, pounds, or kilograms. Whichever you want. I am versed in all of them, and I have it in my brain, the weight for all of them. Mutex says 84 kilograms. Mutex says 84 kilograms. Oh, also, I am 175 centimetres tall. That is 5'9" and a bit. That's almost 5'10" for reference in height. So Mutex says 84 kilograms, which I don't know what that is. I would have to convert that for other measurements, but yeah. That is a good start. That's a good 170 pounds. I'm bad at weights. That's fine. That's fine. So let's just do a little bit of translation there. Hey Google. Actually, wait. No, I've got the actual thing up here. So for everyone else, the guess of 170 pounds is 77 kilograms, and the guess of 84 kilograms is 185 pounds. Anyone else want to guess? If you're just idling in chat, feel free to add a guess. It's funny. Ugh, come on. Yeah, so I need to get some coloured felt for the eyelids, I think, which is annoying. So 15 stones. Oh. -1 kilogram. Mutex going into the physically impossible. It's a bold move. Let's see how it works out. 7 geese. Hey Google, how much does the average geese weigh? Goose. 65 kilograms. 6.5 kilograms. Hey Google. What's 6.5 times 7? So, young James has guessed 45.5 kilograms. Well, if you weigh in the same as a duck, that means you're made of wood. Means I float. So, can I just say, you're all wrong. Most of you aren't even close. I am 226 kilograms. Which is 16 and a bit stone, or 102 kilograms. 102 kilograms. So 226 pounds. Sorry, 226 pounds, or 226 pounds, or 100 and something kilograms. God, I shouldn't mix that up. Jeez. So yeah, 226 pounds or 102 kilograms. Not 200 kilograms, Jesus Christ. Or about 16 and a bit stone. I wonder how people gather weight. I need it, QQ. Well, you can have some of mine. I feel rude during questions about someone's weight or age. Well, I honestly invited it because I'm going to be open about about how much weight I have to lose and why I want to lose it. I want to lose it because I want to be healthier. Plus, I want to be aesthetically better in fursuits. There we go. Last time I weighed myself was when we were trying to get a baseline to figure out if our luggage was too heavy for a flight. Okay. So, last thing we need to do tonight. Because we're going to carry on with the eyelids tomorrow. Tomorrow before we start streaming, I'm going to double check some local stores to see if I can't get some cheap felt. If there's any place that's open that will sell me cheap felt. But what we're going to do now is we're going to take this mould out. We're going to quickly clean it out. We're going to put some latex in it. And then I'm going to call it for the night. Because that should bring us up to about 5 hours. Snoot! So this was our snoot. We're going to wash it out. God, if we get this finished on Friday and then the fur for the fennec shows up on Saturday, that basically just means we're doing back-to-back fursuit heads. That would be awesome. Right, I need a brush. That's... Oh, whatever. That'll do. Boop the snoot. I can't! The snoot doesn't exist yet! So we're just trying to clean out the last of the clay that's left in there. There we go. That is our snoot mould. That will perch on the top of here. Whoops. That will perch on the top of here when it's done. I wonder if I should have done the eyelashes in white, actually. Huh. It's just looking a little aggressive to me right now. I don't know. I don't know how much I like that expression. We'll see, because this expression is definitely the angry expression. Where's the other one? Now he just looks drunk. Boopable Snoot, I'm gonna go sleep. Wanna hear my new alarm sound and also have some rest because I don't understand English anymore. That is fair. Hopefully, Mutex, I will see you again tomorrow. I stream from 2 PM every day. Hopefully you'll be able to join us. Right, where's the other angry eyebrow? What have I done with it? Oh, there it is. Cool. Not angry, not eyebrow, eyelid. Yeah, there we go. Grrr! Okay, I don't know if that's angry or amorous. I might be able to Amazon Prime some felt, actually. I'll try that later. Right, okay. So we're going to really quickly... We're going to take a cup. We're going to get some... we're going to get some acrylic inks. And we're going to put some acrylic inks in the cup. And we're going to mix it together. To get the colour we want. No, you're green. I don't want green. Okay, so we're going to put a bright pink. We're going to put a little bit of purple in there, just so we get some depth of colour, and just to make sure it's not too dark, add a couple of things of white to counterbalance the purple. And then, okay, so just for reference, we're going to be pouring latex in here, but because latex is white, it can night night. Because latex is white, it can it makes it hard to see what colour you've mixed up. If that makes sense. So we want to mix the colour before we put the latex in. Do I have any red? I don't think I have any red. It's a shame. Unless, are you red? You're not red. Okay. Oh, wow. Whoops. I was doing a mistake. Oh, no, it's fine. Okay, there we go. We've got a nice pink. I don't have a neon pink that I can use, sadly. So now we're just going to grab our bucket of latex, which is... Oh yeah, I organised everything a few weeks ago. So it now has a place to live along with a bunch of other big, like 5 litres. See ya, fluffies! Aww. So we're going to add our latex to it. Right. Then we're going to spray this with a little bit of mould release. Give that a chance to flash off. We're going to mix this up. You can see how the colour instantly changes to be a lot lighter. That's why we mix it beforehand, because the latex dries clear, basically. So we're going to mix it as much as we can. So we don't want there to be any streaking of this colour in it. Then we're just going to pour it in. Going to pour it from a bit of a height so we lose our bubbles. I'm going to make sure we're going to make sure it sort of lips over the edge of it as well, so it's easier to get out. Then knock it so the bubbles come out. I'm really happy with it, how this is all coming together. Who else is excited to see this finished? Who thinks they're as excited as me? Because I'll call you a liar to your face. I am good. Good. I'm glad to see so much enthusiasm. Right, I'm actually going to pour it. I'm going to pour it out because we just want it to skin it. We don't want to try and make because it will take forever for a solid latex piece to set. So what we can do is we can basically pour it in, let it dry out, and we will then put some foam behind it tomorrow, and then that will be our booper. Because if it was solid latex, that would itself come out pretty solid. So now, just so we can use this again in the future, we're going to cover this in cling film. So we're going to put some cling film over this and come back, and then we can use this exact colour in the future. Because once it's in like a container where the water in it can't escape, it won't. Because latex sets by evaporation. At least I believe it does anyway. I think that's why, like, come on. Need to do something about you. Oh, I don't know where all of my elastic bands have gone. Love the cup. Yeah, they're all my spooky cups, because I bought a load of cups at Halloween. I keep on using them as mixing cups because they're all recyclable and such. Right, let's throw this extra crap away. And we're going to call it there for tonight, friends. That is over 4.5 hours. Ow! Where I didn't get hurt. That's over 4.5 hours of solid fursuit making content. I need a photo of this before I go. Just going to get a photo of this, and then we're going to and then we'll head off. And I'm probably gonna have pizza tonight. I'm pretty sure someone asked about that earlier. I will post this. I will post one of these pictures in Discord later as well, so you guys can. So anyone who wasn't here to see will get to see it. Okay, cool. Right, where do I hail from? I come from Bournemouth. If that was aimed at me, I am in the south of England, in a seaside town called Bournemouth. I just blew into the mould and got it in my eyes. Oh, that's so dumb! Ah! Aha! Why would I do that? Yeah, from the top of my road, you can see the sea on a clear day. It's really cool. And like if you walk about 45 minutes, run about 20 minutes, or drive about 10 minutes, you get to a nice sandy beach, one of the highest rated beaches in Europe. But yeah, so this is how Cookie is doing so far. Cookie Crumb, and we will carry it on tomorrow. So thank you everyone for being here. Don't forget to follow the channel. Don't forget to follow. Don't forget you can support the channel by using your Twitch Prime subscription. You can also cheer with bits. You can also support in a more nebulous way by going to youtube.com/armouredbrownies and subscribing there. You should definitely go check out my Etsy store. The link's in the description below in case you want stuff that I have made. There's no furry stuff on there at the moment, but there is high quality cosplay and LARP items. Yeah, follow me on all the socials: Facebook, Instagram, and all that. Right. If you drive 10 minutes around here, it looks exactly the same. Aww. If you drive 10 minutes in any direction, you either get very wet or end up in a forest. So, right. So, bye. Thank you so much to everyone for being here. It's been fantastic to have you here. What's your Twitter? My Twitter is @HayzeMH, though I don't use it very much.